best. No breaks when you're chasing success. You snooze, you lose, no redos. Only get one shot, there's no sequel. Have fun, love what you do. Live right, be your own individual. Stay sharp, play smart, this is your life. I don't know much, but I know you don't live twice. Don't waste it, yeah, don't waste it. Yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Unsung Heroes. On today's show, I have a very special guest, Dr. Zaid Abdul Karim, who we know as Dr. Z. It's my honor to introduce him. He is a writer, motivational speaker, and educator. Dr. Z, welcome.
Thank you, Chrissy. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's my honor to have you on the show today. It really is. You just do so much. Can you begin by telling the audience about what you do? Because I know you have a lot.
Well, I've got a vast background when you get as old as I am, or as young as I am. But what happens is I've gotten to a point in my life where everything I've done has culminated into this current project, which is the Happiness Campaign. There's too much hatred out here in the world. There's too much fear, doubt, and worry. And I've been commissioned by the one who created me to bring more love, spirit, energy, and happiness, which really is peace, safety, security. That's really what we want. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I deal on the soul level, because if you get your soul right, then your rational intelligence can work right, and then you can manifest things physically in your life. Does that make sense? That
makes sense. Yeah. Can you elaborate more on the campaign that you're doing, the Happiness Campaign?
Yes. So I do have a internet TV and radio show. I broadcast on Wednesdays at 7 to 8 on Eastern Standard Time. Mm-hmm. But what I've discovered, and again, I started this 11 years ago in terms of research and writing.
What made you start it?
Part of it is dealing with my own issues, because when I discovered I could write, and I started doing research, and all of us, we're conditioned by social, cultural norms, socially accepted things that aren't necessarily the best for our soul and for our mind and our heart.
What do you mean by that?
So what I mean is, I had to deal with my own diseased ego. I talk about the diseased ego.
What's that?
Which is negative energy. It starts with selfishness. It moves to domination. It moves to isolation. People, when you're feeling frustrated, that's your negative diseased ego. That's a resistance to you getting what it is that you really want to get. So we have to understand that energy works in polarity. Everything in our lives works in polarity. Up, down, right, left, hot, cold, right?
Right.
So wouldn't it make sense that energy would also be polar?
It makes sense.
When people were feeling frustrated, they could try to be more patient, because patience is going to feel better than being frustrated.
Now, what are you doing with this Happiness Campaign that's going to motivate people to be happy?
Well, it's really three things we're focusing on. One is helping people feel better. Okay, because you got to feel good and to be happy.
What are you doing with that? Are you going out to people? Is this like a community outreach?
Okay.
Is it more of a media campaign?
Okay, this is what I do. I teach and I speak. So these three things, you want to feel better so you can do better so you can achieve your goals. Okay, that's the process.
The motto there.
Right, so, we all have problems, but I'm bringing solutions from a spiritual side. So I have classes. I have one class, it is online, conference call, and we have the book or the ebook that we use as a text. And every week they call in, they have exercises to do and read and behave and things to do to put their behaviors, because you got to check your attitude. That's going to affect your behaviors and then your results. So I have this class. It's a 5 to 7 week online class, on conference call class.
Where can they find that class?
At drzhappiness.com.
Okay.
drzhappiness.com.
Folks, check out drzhappiness.com so that you can check out this class.
Yes, but there's two parts. See, that's one part. You can feel better, but still not do anything, or still not accomplish your goals, right? So there's really a formula. I won't go through all of it, but the key things are attitude or mindset, and then goal achievement. So I have another class that's a leadership class. I'm calling it the Happiness Leadership group coaching. It's going to be an 8-week
like that.
class, right? And the thing that's cool is all of these are starting now. Like we're going to start one in October. I'm going to have one every couple months for the Keys to Everyday Happiness class. Because we can get you feeling better and get out of the fear into the faith and the love and the spiritual energy. You're going to feel better. Your vibration is going to rise, and you're going to start attracting things to yourself, right, that are on the path of where it is that you want to get. Okay, but we need to learn also how to achieve our goals, you know, and not just write a plan. We got to move something in the heart. You know, the word emotions, the root word of emotions is motion. People say, don't bring your feelings into it, but the reality is that's where your energy and power is, and how you feel. And that's what gets you to move. So that's what I'm trying to do, is help people in their soul and in their heart and in their mind to feel better and then achieve those things that they were born to achieve.
And you said they could read about this in the books that you have written.
Yeah. So this book here is the one we're doing for the Keys to Everyday Happiness. This is 25 Days to Living Your Happiness. You know, and what you do is read a few pages, write some affirmations, and then there's an exercise for you to do each day to put yourself in this positive energy.
Where can they get that book?
At drzhappiness.com.
Okay.
Or on Amazon, right? Or lulu.com. Okay. You could do the book yourself, and you'll get benefit. But if you join in the group, the class, right, you're going to get more benefit because it's about reflection and also dialogue. We learn when we interact with other souls. The energy is expanded, just like this conversation right now, right?
Absolutely.
So you can get the book here. Sign up for the email list, you know, because this thing is moving.
What's the email that they can sign up for? I know that you said you're going to be sending out some motivational stuff and. Right.
I have a blog on the site, and I'll be sending out announcements from the radio show. But again, everything is at drzhappiness.com. Everything you need is at drzhappiness.com.
You folks have heard it many times. Make sure you check out drzhappiness.com.
Right. So this is one. And you know, if you do something for 25 days, you're going to create a habit.
Okay.
So we're dealing with attitudes and behaviors. Shifting out of the painful areas, the uncomfortable, dissatisfaction, disease, ego stuff of fear and doubt and worry, and moving into the positive spirit, love, energy.
Now, have you tried like a trial run where you've seen like this actually happen, where somebody went from being depressed to being happy within like those 25 days? Or?
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to read a couple comments from the back of the book of some of the folks that took the Keys to Everyday Happiness class. Okay. Dear Dr. Z, I'm thankful for my newfound happiness. My blood pressure is down, and my doctor was amazed and asked me what I was doing. She should have told her I'm doing the happiness campaign. My spirit is better. I no longer try to control people or situations. See, that was her painful area because she was trying to control, right?
Right.
I live a better life, enjoying the present while planning my future. Anyone who wants to better their life and be happy should read your book and participate in the sessions. That's
really
one.
Nice. That's
okay.
really nice.
Yeah. Every so often a gift shows up at a time when one is seeking peace of body, peace of mind, and ultimately peace of spirit. Dr. Z's book showed up at a time in my life when peace seemed almost inconceivable. That was Sherry.
Wow.
So if you're watching
really
this, just recognize it's not a coincidence that you're watching this and this is the topic.
That's
okay?
Right.
Because something in your spirit has led you to this moment.
That's right.
And maybe is it possible that there could be an answer for you in this happiness campaign?
What can you tell folks out there who are really feeling depressed? Maybe something motivational that you can say right now in front of our audience here.
You know you can do better. You know you can be better. Understand that whatever it is that you're going through is part of the plan. Because when we have things that are undesirable, right, there's some lessons within that. First, it's not fun, but if we go past the emotion and look below the surface, there can be some guidance there. There's something there that your soul is asking for that you've been resisting. And that's the only reason why we feel down. So we have to look for the lessons. Look for the mercy in your situation, because there's mercy there. Look for the wisdom in the situation, because God could be protecting you from something that you're not aware of yet, which is why you have it. The other thing is understand that this situation helps you learn what you don't want. That is so valuable, Christy.
I know.
Because you need to know what you don't want so you can call forth the desire for what it is you do want.
That's
and when
right.
you put that vibration out there, you're going to attract back to you what it is that you're something on the path. It could be one step. It could be one comment, right? So look for that in your life. Align your vibration up with what you really want in the positive. Ask for it clearly, and then allow yourself to receive it and see it when it shows up and receive it, because it can come at any moment. We got to get out of our head. There's greatness in you. Mm-hmm. There's greatness in all of us. Okay,
right.
But we've been conditioned by society not to look at that, and that's what I'm here to help you discover it and bring it out and share it with the world.
Well, those are truly some powerful words right there, Dr. Z. How many of you are feeling moved right now? Can I get a round of applause for Dr. Z? Is he not amazing?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I truly believe that those words are just so touching, and I know that people who are going to read your book are just going to be mind blown.
Yeah.
They truly are. Is there anything in the book in particular that really draws out to you where, that really motivated you or anything like that?
Well, the whole process has motivated me, but you got to understand I've been doing this, been involved in this for 11 years, okay? And but when you ask about any concept, what hit me, and we're talking about this yesterday, is this whole notion of gratitude.
Okay.
There's different kinds of people. There are people who are grateful.
Right.
There are people who are ungrateful.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then there are people who try to deceive, but they really are liars, and they're lying to their own selves.
Right.
They're trying to deceive other people. So we have to decide which of these three types of people do we want to be in any moment, because we're all vulnerable, right?
Right. So is it like a self-reflecting type of thing?
You have to reflect.
Right.
You have to reflect, and you have to engage in dialogue. And that's what our program allows you to do. But gratitude is so powerful, Even when things aren't going well or aren't going like you want them to go, if you can be grateful for it, you can get yourself out of it.
That's right.
You see? And so we have a chapter here in the book that deals with the contrasting energy between devaluation and appreciation and gratitude.
Can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah, there's a problem. Okay, in this book there's 24 different faces of this disease, ego, and fear. Mm-hmm. One of them is devaluation. Okay. A lot of people, we devalue our worth. We think we're not worthy.
Right.
That we don't deserve to live this great life that we have an opportunity to live, even though our soul is calling us to it, because of all the conditioning things that we've experienced that's created this resistance, right?
Right.
So instead of devaluing yourself doesn't feel good. It's like, oh, I'm not going to speak up. I got a great idea, but I'm not going to speak up.
How can they get out of that when they devalue themselves?
The polarity.
Okay.
Appreciate yourself more.
That's right.
One of my coaches taught me this, and I'll share this with you. If you will appreciate yourself more, then there's no one who will devaluate you.
That's right.
Right? Because it's all about inside out. We try to do everything outside in. Let me correct the problem from outside in. No. God's not going to change your condition or any of our conditions until we change what is in our own soul and our attitudes.
Thank you, Dr. Z, for those words.
Yeah, so be grateful. Be grateful. Even if you can't be grateful, just act like you're grateful right now.
That's right. Are we grateful right now? Woo! How many of us are grateful?
Because if we can act like we're grateful, then we can act, and factually, over time, we can be grateful and receive the blessings that's here for us.
That's right. Thank you, Dr. Z. Coming up, we'll find out what makes Dr. Z an unsung hero. Hey guys, this is Chrissy Morales here, the producer and host of Unsung Heroes, and I'm looking for someone like you to be on my show. If you think you have what it takes to be an unsung hero, email me at tvunsungheroes@gmail.com. Welcome back to Unsung Heroes. I'm your host, Chrissy Morales, and I'm here with the ultimately fabulous Dr. Z.
Oh, thank you, Chrissy.
Dr. Z, the audience has been dying to know, what is it that makes you an unsung hero?
Well, you don't always see yourself the way people see you, but what really drives me is service, you know. I mean, I have 4 basic values: service, excellence, integrity, and trust, right? And service is the thing, unconditional service, selfless service, right? Do it because people ask. That is the cornerstone, you know, because that opens up the door to all of this wonderful energy and life, making a contribution. See, some people's problem is they're too selfish, you know. But if you learn how to give service, by giving, you're going to receive. That's the law. The more you give, the more you're going to get. But you got to do it in the right spirit.
Right,
you know?
right.
Okay, because you can't outgive the giver of life.
That's true.
Right?
Right.
Yes.
Now, has there been a time where you've been discouraged that kind of, you know, what was it that pushed you to motivated you to get out of that negative energy that you were facing?
Well, a lot of my earlier life, I was discouraged. You know, I was conditioned negatively, like most of us. And I had an incident when I was 20 years old. Miss Johnson, she was 95. She was my brother's godmother, the matriarch of our family. And I went to visit her when I came home from college one day. And she looked at me and she said to me, "You're going to be a great man." Oh. Now, at that time, at 20, I just turned around. I was wondering, like, who you talking to, Miss Johnson, right? You know? But she planted a seed in me. And what she was doing for me was believing in me. She saw something. And she was believing in me. And at some point, that seed began to grow. And I thought, well, if Miss Johnson thinks I can be something better, maybe it's possible. So I want to be your Miss Johnson. Okay. I want to, you know, what my work right now, my service now is to be the Miss Johnson that believes in you and the greatness that's already in you to help you discover it and pull it out.
Where do you see yourself going now with this happiness campaign, or just overall in your life? Where do you see yourself going? Within the next 5 years, at least. I'm
a servant. And so I want to help as many people as I can. Right now, I'm starting a Universal Self-Leadership Institute. Where can you find that? drzhappiness.com. Okay. Where I'm running both of these classes, Keys to Everyday Happiness class and this leadership group class.
Is there any social media that they can find you at?
You all are going to help me get on YouTube.
Right, the I Am News team will be helping with that.
And so yeah, all of that's in the plan right now because the vision is so big, right? You know, that I need help, and I'm asking for help, and help is coming to me, right? That's how the law works, right? And so I'm looking to do like 1,000 people a year through these online classes and speaking. Yeah, it's time. It's time.
The time has come, folks. Happiness shall overcome, right?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Well, Dr. Z, I've just had such a blast having you here on the show. Thank you. I have a surprise for you. Oh, are you ready?
I'm ready.
On behalf of Unsung Heroes and I Am News team, I want to honor you with an Unsung Hero certificate.
Photo op, come on.
Dr. Z, thank you so much for being on the show. It's been an honor having you here today.
Thank you, Chrissy. My honor.
You have watched Unsung Hero. Until next time, I'm your host, Chrissy Morales. Want to take some selfies?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's take some selfies.